Alright, family, good morning. This is Dwight Ross. Yes! It's a Monday morning, Jano. It's always a blessing to be alive, To be alive is awesome feeling. And no matter how things rough, I know you can identify with it. No matter how things rough still, you still want to stay alive, Except of course, I think for when you feel hopeless and you're in some deep depression, where you feel like ending life is the only solution to a situation like that. You know what I mean? I think, but as I listen to this song, Roll Back the Curtains of Memories, you know what I mean? I think when you listen to it a little bit, just a little bit. Because here one people, I was doing some videos yesterday. Listen to this. Of memories now and then, show me where you brought me from and where I should have been. Remember, I'm human and human. Forget, so remind me, dear Lord. Yeah, I drove through some areas yesterday. I think I made up on the road. I look for somewhere to treat myself, to get some dessert or, for things. I drive through Portmore. Decided to take some shots at some areas. And my inbox light up, because a lot of persons are saying that, yo, Barrelman, that you don't even know what them video I do for me, because I really far me I come from, That is place I call Newlands and them place there. Right, I think I them place I'm born and grow. And right now I think I have to really give God thanks, Newlands are one of them place there, I think in a Portmore kinda, I think the livity rough. I think and the pictures that I'm going to show some of the profiles and see how the people them look now. It really bring me to just roll back my own mind, because a far me I come from the people like big man thing, big man thing. A far me I come from, I can remember living in a tenant yard, what they call tenement yard, right? Where you have one big yard, zinc fence, enough houses in it, And that kind of livity was rough, but that I used to so it normal, Right now I think they have some new tenement yard, but it's gated. I have upstairs house, different kind of tenement yard, I can remember the first time ever getting all of my school books, I think, to go to school. They were bought the Saturday, school supposed to open the Monday in January, and Sunday night the house burned down. I remember hearing that my father died. I remember the first time I was ever in an accident. I remember passing common entrance. That was the first highlight in my life, because, going to school all those times, breakfast for me was lime leaf tea, sauerkraut leaf tea, and one slice of bread with butter, or something like that, because egg are just for Sunday, so you get butter during the week, or crackers and tea, and you're good to go. No chibon was my lunch money from grade 7 to grade 5. No, from grade 1 to grade 5. No chibon and milk, until when we reach grade 5, and me start selling no chibon and the milk, and something graduate, Remember the first time stepping into high school. I remember the first report me get to my mother come school and box me, because I come to school and my father had a picnic who live in a scheme and go on like so them rich, me I go on like me rich, I know so me never rich, I remember the first job, the first car I buy, right? I'm look on all them things that I'm look on now, when I'm my first child, Renee, I remember that time, and the first time she went to school and she fly out of the car, I just bawled out, school. I was so surprised, because I was prepared to just sit down and spend the whole day at school, but this little girl loves school and she has never turned back. And I remember getting my first job in New Kingston, I always wanted to work in New Kingston in a jacket and tie, you know. You feel and things. It just looks successful. And all them things there, I mean, I remember the first time I go in a life at Jamaica and thing, I would say, yeah, I hit this financial advisor and everything, and yeah, all of those things. And I remember the first time I went in front of an audience to MC an event, how I felt before and how I felt afterwards. And I just want to say, I say all of that to say this, that where I'm at now, I'm at a better place. Better place because all of those experiences has caused me to be the person I am today, has fashioned me naturally, you know what I mean, and subconsciously to be the kind of person I am today, the kind of mindset I have towards certain things. So people can't really bring me down, you know what I mean, people can't really bring me, because I remember the time when for an entire day I tried to kill myself and couldn't, and it just never worked. All the things that I'm try never worked because I thought that life was not meaningful anymore. The devil was telling me all I needed to do. You know what I mean? Clearly him tell me what I need to do to kill myself. I'm try all of them and it never worked. And because it never worked, from that time I committed to myself and I declared it that I will not die, but I will live and declare whatever plans God have for me. You know what I mean? Because He got perfect opportunity to do that. You know what I mean? And I just want to encourage somebody right now who maybe the thing not the way it's supposed to be for you, and you project it, and the time come and it's still not reach, and you're in a bad state and you feel like say, yo, it don't make sense. Just roll back the curtains. The minute you start to roll back, that is when you become grateful. You know what I mean? And realize that you are far you come, and if you come so far, you have to continue. You know what I mean? So you know what, man? Just take the time. Everybody just take the time for roll back a little bit. Yesterday in the cold now, and it might be torturing and suffering, and you remember when you used to be in Jamaica. Just remember why you did it. You know what I mean? And just roll back the curtain and just give God thanks. You know what I mean? Because life change. Things change. Dynamics change. Time changes everything. And where you are right now, that's not where you are going to be even next month, as close as next month is. Because life is about movement. Every time the clock ticks, something happens. But I encourage you that every time the clock ticks, make sure that you're making progress. Whether progress in thought, progress in deed, progress in action, progress in mentality, progress in your whole outlook. You know what I mean? Just think progress. Barrelman out. Roll back the curtains of memory. And I thank God for everything that He has done for me. But thank God for you too. Alright, I look out for more. Yeah. Barrelman.